Hello and welcome. I'm Carolyn, your host, and welcome to Weekly Minis, your bite-sized workshop on the hottest acro topics. You can reference all of our previous Weekly Minis and more amazing content on our Acrobatic Arts channel on YouTube. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments and we'll do our best to answer those for you at the end. If you know someone who should hear about today's topic, be a friend and click the share button on this post right now and let them know we're here. Today, we're pleased to present to you a special guest from our UK division, Mel Hadfield, with a bite-sized tutorial on Acro Props. Mel began her dance and acro journey at the age of 2 and went on to love all genres of dance, including competitive gymnastics. She was a 3-time scholarship recipient to the prestigious Yorkshire Ballet Seminars and performed a ballet solo for royalty at a Royal Gala performance. Training at Northern Dance, Leeds Dance College, and Merseyside Dance and Drama College, Mel completed dance exams with the ISTD before embarking on a successful career as a professional dancer, traveling the world and performing on stage and screen with some of the most amazing choreographers. Since then, she's gained fellowship qualifications with the Imperial Society of Teachers of Dancing and the Associate Board of Dance. She's an approved tutor for the ISTD, DDE qualification, and a dual examiner for ABD. She is a TDCI adjudicator and acrobatic arts certified adjudicator. She regularly delivers workshops around the country as well as lecturing for UK DCC and ABD scholarships. As principal of Starlight Academy in Leeds, she enjoys sharing her passion for dance and acro on a daily basis and is committed to ongoing training as a dance professional. Acro has always been a passion, and Mel was delighted to join Acrobatic Arts as an examiner and course conductor. And with all of that, we are so fortunate to have her here today from her studio in Leeds. Welcome, Mel.
Thank you so much. It's so exciting to be here. So I'm here with my students. If you want to give me a wave when I say your name, we've got Alice. Hi, Alice. And Kessia. And Ruby.
Awesome. Mel, you have what looks like 3 amazing demonstrators. I know you've got an important topic for us. I think you've got some great tips and ideas for our teacher community. So I'm just going to let you take it away.
Thank you very much. Welcome. Thank you so much for inviting me. So we're going to talk today about how to use props in your acro class, props and equipment. So I love props. I'm going to be honest, I've got all sorts of things. I get a little bit carried away and buy loads of stuff, but they're just brilliant. They're really good for helping with strength, flexibility, alignment within your skills. They're also really good to help motivate both the children and you. It's really exciting when you get a new prop or a new idea. So it's a really good motivator. And if, like me, I'm sure lots of you have different levels within one class, even if they're all working on the same level 4, you have different abilities or different needs. And props are a really good way of differentiating within that class so that you can work with the different students and their different needs. So I'm going to get started straight away. The first thing we're going to talk about is using props in like an obstacle course. My kids love obstacle courses. We're going to show you a basic level that you might do with your juniors or your level 1s, primaries level 1s, and then we're going to level it up and you can see how it can still work with the higher levels. So if you'd like to line up, girls, I'm going to have to move out. Oh, gosh, we're tripping up already. I'm going to move back slightly for this one, so you see. So the mats are set up. I would normally do this as a longer run, but I've just made it shorter so it fits on camera. So I'm going to slide back. So the first thing we could have them doing is bear crawling all the way to your first prop. It's not very far today, but normally we'd bear crawl a bit further. And then I've got bean bags on one side of my little hoop, and you're going to take one hand to put the bean back, other hand, Alice, no cheating. So they've got to take the nearest hand to put it in, and then the other hand takes it out. And then one hand takes it in. You could always make it a race. They always love a relay race. So I've got these little yoga hoops, but you could use just a box or a hula hoop. If you've got the hula hoops, that's a really good thing. From there, you're going to stand up, and we're going to do, you can either skip, or if we've got our, we're going to jump all the way to the next step, and we're going to practice our cartwheels over the step. Thank you so much. Are you then going to come round and we're going to take a little, just take it as one leg, not 2 legs for me. So we're going to take a little tuck jump over the yoga block. So we're going to practice getting those knees up, and we're going to do 5. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're going to crab walk. So you need one of those bean bags, put it on your tummy. And we're going to balance it all the way to the end and take a crab walk all the way to the end. There you go, you've reached the end already, Alice. And sit yourself in butterfly. Come just a little bit this way so we can see it. And you're going to practice sitting up super tall. And can you balance that beanbag on your head? And it's guaranteed to make them smile as well. A beanbag on the head is going to make them sit up tall and smile. And then the next person goes. So to level that up, so that's sort of your primary level 1s, even level 2s. We're going to bear crawl all the way. We're going to do the same thing at the hoop or your box, taking the beanbags in, passing them over, in, and make sure they don't just use the same hand all the time. So we're practicing that nice plank position, building that strength. You're going to go all the way. You're going to can't move those blocks out of the way for me, Ruben. And you're going to cartwheel on the mat this time. And you're going to do a forwards walkover over the step. So we're going to practice getting up from that walkover, come down to the next line, and you're going to put the blocks on top of each other, make it a little bit higher, and take those tuck jumps. 5. Knees up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. And then you could crab walk, or you could do a bridge walk all the way to the end. So yeah, let's take the bridge. You're going to put one of the beanbags on your tummy. There you go. It's good that she forgot to put it on to start with because it means she had to go and find it. And then you're going to walk nice and carefully, coordinating those legs and feet, keeping the alignment. Uh-oh, it's gone. All right, well done. One more variation for you. You want to level it up even further. So we're going to bear crawl all the way down. We're going to take the beanbags in. This takes a lot of concentration. You need to try this, teachers. I love this one. All right. So you're then going to forward walk over in the gap. And you're going to backwards walk over the step. And then you're going to come and you're going to do your tuck jumps. You could take it even higher if you wanted to. We've had it, I think we've had it up to about 7. So yeah, tuck jumping over the blocks is always a good one. So that's your obstacle course. So get your next bits of equipment for me, girls. So that's the sort of thing you can do, and you can level it up, you can level it down, you can make it into a race, you can use it just as cardio, as the warm-up. So you could do bear crawls, you could do skips, you could do jumping jacks, you could do commander walks, all those things between the obstacles. I'm sorry, I'm blocking you, Ruby. Or you can use it for skills practice, which is what we've just done. So they would already be warm, obviously, to be doing the walkovers and the cartwheels. All right, next thing, I've got these little bands. They're like ThermoBands, but they're in a hoop, which I really love these. So I do use the normal ThermoBands as well. These are just from Amazon. I think they were about £7.50 for 5, and they come in different strengths. And the different strengths are really useful. So we talked earlier about how you can use your props for strength, flexibility and alignment, and these are just a perfect example of how to do that. So Alice, you're going to be our strength person. So first of all, you're going to do your little side steps, so you can put them around your ankles. You could do this in a circuit setting. So we take some little side steps, keeping that tension, keeping the knees aligned, practice that alignment of the knees over the toes. So the knees stay slightly bent all the time, so they keep that tension. You could also do some shoulder shrugs, which are really good for your blocking action. So we take one under each foot, holding on with the hands, standing up nice and straight. Again, just don't lock through the knees, they're just slightly bent, and they're going to do some shoulder shrugs. So they're just using the resistance of the band to build that strength through the shoulders. Thank you very much, Alice. So Ruby, you're going to do some flexibility for me. So facing the back, we do our shoulder touches. So if you kneel down, just as you would do. So we do the shoulder stretch, don't we, where we normally touch the fingers in the centre of the spine. This time we're going to use the band just to add a little bit of extra flexibility through the shoulder. So you're going to pull with your top arm, and then you're going to pull with the bottom arm, and then the top arm, and then just gently feel that stretch. And you can really see that the band goes down right down the centre of the spine, so you can check that alignment as well at the same time. Another really good shoulder flexibility one, which Kessie's going to do because she's got a lighter band. Have you got the light one? Okay. So you need a more flexible band for this. Is just taking the arms all the way over the top and then back again. So it's really working that rotation through the shoulders. But they do need that flexibility. So I'd recommend using the lighter. You could also use like a jumper, could be your prop for this, or you could use one of those stretch bands. Something with a little bit of elasticity in it so they can move it and they're not going to lock through the shoulders or click through the shoulders. So that's your flexibility with the bands. And let's do some alignment. So if you take it around your feet, first of all, Kessia. So we're going to use it. So again, the lighter one, the more stretchy band is the best one for this because they can position it wrapped around as many times as feels comfortable for them. So they've still got that elasticity and movement. And we're going to practice a back Arabian, keeping those feet leaving the floor at the same time. So if you've got a child that likes to just pop one foot before the other, this is a really good way of training them to leave the floor with both feet at the same time. So we're going to lift up and over on both feet. And then it also encourages them, if you've got ones that do it, but then like to have the knees spread apart, it just encourages them to bring the feet together because the band naturally wants the feet to come together. So just that reminder to the brain makes them squeeze it together as well, which is brilliant. You can also do that around the wrists. We do this with our, equally, you could use just hair bubbles. So we can tie hair bubbles together to make sort of acro handcuffs. Or you can use these, and they're going to practice a forwards walkover, making sure the arms come over the head and not around the side. I don't know if you've got any of those dancers that like to take the arms around the side. So take your forwards walkover, Kessia. So it really helps to keep that tracking of the arms so they bring them up and over the head. Super duper. So there are your bands. Love those. There's lots and lots of different strength exercises, but they're a really good buy, I think, to do lots of different things with. Let's go for our blocks and bags. So you can, I'm trying to use things that you possibly have within your class. So you've probably got bean bags for your preschool classes or yoga blocks. So there's lots of different things that you can do with both of these skills. Just move over that way a bit, girls. That's it. So we did the crab walks earlier, resting the bean bag on the tummy, and then we did the sitting in the butterfly with the bean bag on your head. To level that up again, you could also do a V-sit. So why don't you sit in a V-sit, girls? Alice, if you just do the butterfly again and see if you can balance the yoga block on your head. So for the older dancers, the yoga block is just a little bit trickier. Or the more advanced can also take it on the head for the V-sits. Try doing a yoga block on your head for the V-sit. It's no good if you get the shakes. I often get the shakes in a V-sit. Anything beyond 30 seconds and I'm shaking. Oh yeah, you can see the yoga blocks moving. Good girls. All right, thank you. So they're a nice little thing to add on. So you've got the tabletop walks, so the crab walks. You can do bridge walks. Let's do. Alice, show us some log rolls with your yoga block. So this is really good for encouraging them to keep their arms off the floor and keep them aligned so they're not splaying out to the side. So we're going to do some log rolls holding onto a yoga block. Good girl, thank you. Cassie, if you put a beanbag between your knees, or between your ankles, sorry, beanbag, and we're going to do a somersaults. Or you dive forward rolls, depending on what level you're at, keeping those feet together and feet leaving the floor at the same time. Off you go. Thank you. And let's all come together. Let's think about some flexibility and alignment. So let's do the straddle. So you might have a dancer who's struggling to find that length in the lower spine. When they're sat in straddle or pike, you can do it in both positions. So sit them on a block. So Ruby, you sit on that block, and that really helps them find that length, because otherwise they're always going to be struggling. They're always going to have that curve in the lower spine. But lifting them up onto a block will help them find, which will then lengthen through the spine, which is going to achieve the nice long spine that you want them to achieve without the block. If you've got a dancer in the same class that's got an amazing straddle and doesn't need to sit on the block, then they could do a forward stretch. So do me a straddle stretch, Alice, sorry. So we're practicing that straddle stretch. Equally, if you've got a dancer that's got that and they're flat to the floor and they're going, oh, this is easy, Miss Mel, I can do this. Well, why not add in a shoulder stretch as well? So Cassie, you're going to stretch forward, turn the block on its end. You're going to spike your fingers and stretch. So we're going to add in a shoulder stretch as well. So you can have 3 different levels, all in the same class, all doing the straddle, using the yoga blocks. Same thing with the pike. So let's sit in pike. So Ruby could sit on the block in pike, which is going to help them find that length. You can also, all of you, take the block in front of your feet. And they're going to reach towards the feet. If they've already got that, so that's going to really lengthen through the spine to make them reach the feet. They've all got quite good flexibility, my dancers here, so why not lift the block up? Let's see if we can lift it. Or you could take 2 blocks. Ruby, just pass yours to Kessia. Let's see if we can reach. There we go. So we're really going to lengthen through and get those blocks and get that hamstring stretching. All right, good job. Let's do kickaways. So these are fabulous for your aerials and cartwheels and just really good fun. So you could use bean bags or you can use yoga blocks. Ruby, come into the centre for me. So you've got your bean bag. So we're going to do cartwheels and we're going to practice the speed of the leg going over in order to do your nice fast cartwheels into and get that nice wide split, which is going to hopefully lead into your aerial. So pop your bean bag down and let's kick it with the front foot. So you're going to tongue the front foot. Yep. So you're going to do a cartwheel and you're going to kick that bean bag away with that front foot. Off you go. Kick. There you go. So you see how the speed of the cartwheel. You can also do it with your back foot. So do the same thing again, Ruby, for me. And put it behind your back foot. So we're going to kick it to get that first leg over nice and fast. Oh, see the speed knocked you off balance. All right, next, whoever, I can't see who I've got next. Let's do it with a block. So the same thing, tongue front foot over. And we're going to kick it away. Off you go. Kick. Oh, it was a bit of a gentle kick. Now do it with the back foot. So it's all about speed and power. A bit further forward for me, Kess. Thank you. Off you go. So you're going to kick it away. Kick. Ah, that was a good one. Oh, it's all right. There's no damage. We've not broken anything behind us. Excellent. All right, let's move on to circle time. So if you get yourself ready, come and get the weight as well for me, girls. So this is a good little conditioning exercise. A nice little team builder. Move back a little bit, Ruby. That way a bit. So we can do we talked about having the bean bags on your tummy. Let's put them, pass them in the circle. So you can do this with lots of people and lots of bean bags all passing around. So you're going to start with a bean bag. They're going to go up to the tabletop. They're going to put it on the tummy with one hand. Don't let the bum drop. And they're going to take it off with the other one. And then the next person's going to pick it up, put it on the tummy, take it off with the other hand. So we're going from 3 points of balance, 4 points to 3. And we're going to go all the way around and you can have races in circles to see who can get the beanbag back to the starting position first of all. You can do that in the bridge as well. We don't need to do it at the bridge or with a yoga block. So again, they're holding the tabletops, they're focusing on the beanbags. They're getting a little bit vicious with it, throwing it about. All right, come down, come down. And another thing that we like to do if you've got handheld weights, or you can just use yoga blocks or beanbags. We're going to pass it around the circle. So we're going to do a little Russian twist. So they're going to lift the feet up into the middle. You might need to go in a line. If you tried it in the circle, you're not going to pass. Well, let's go. Yeah, let's go in a line. To start with Alice. So you're going to go to Alice first of all, because you're going to go away. 1, 2. So it passes down the line. So they're doing the Russian twist side to side, passing the yoga block or the weight or the bean bag. And again, the first circle to get it back to the beginning is going to be the winner. Fabulous. So thank you so much, girls. So hopefully that's just given you a little idea of how you can use new skills, new props, and props that you've hopefully already got in your studio, and how you can use them to level up and differentiate within your classes and have fun, have loads of fun with them. Thank you so much, Carolyn.
Thanks, Mel. That's what I wrote down. I'm like, the fun factor just increased for acro class, like the games, the activities. So such practical use of these props, but also sometimes, as we would say, like a distraction, right? For how long they're in their bridge.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
and for how hard they're actually working. So Cassie, Alice, Ruby, amazing. Thank you for being here with us as well. I loved seeing also how you took the elements, like when you're using the back bend and you have the, or not the back bend, the bridge, and you have the bean bags, that in itself is a great drill on its own, but then you built those drills into a oh gosh, what do you call it? You had everything set up like a course.
Obstacle course. Yeah,
Obstacle course, that's the
obstacle
word.
course. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And we all know how much dancers of any age love a good obstacle course. So I think I don't need to recap on everything you said, but just to remind people, and I know you would agree, the accessibility of this. If you don't have it at your studio, you can get it from Amazon or any other retail outlet that delivers quickly. But sometimes you find, Mel, that your students can bring some of these items from home as well.
Yeah, I mean, they all have the yoga blocks. They have lots of those things. I mean, the younger ones, they bring little teddies. Instead of using bean bags, they'll use a little teddy. So they like to bring their own, as long as they're small enough. Although sometimes we do get big ones brought in, which are not just as easy to balance. But yeah, there's lots of different things. But I love props. I buy all sorts of things. So
Well,
I just keep building up and building up.
Well, I can tell, and some things, being in acrobatic arts for a short period of time, I've seen a few things used before, but I think you took it next level, and so much value for our teachers here. So, thank you very much. As I stated at the beginning, if you have questions for Mel about anything she's presented here, this is pre-recorded due to time zone challenges, but we're so thrilled that you were able to be here, Mel. And if people have questions, we'll make sure that they get answered as
Absolutely.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I'll answer any questions. I'd love to. Thank you.
So thank you so much for bringing such a rock star presentation. And thank you to Cassia, Alice, and Ruby. That was amazing. Now, if you are interested in benefiting from the expertise of master trainers and skilled professionals like Mel with the goal of enhancing dancer results, skills, and potential, visit acrobaticarts.com for upcoming opportunities like our Module 1 Acro Dance teacher training. Thank you, teachers, for joining us for this weekly mini. Join us again next week when we present Developing Strength in Your Preschoolers with Loren Dermody. See you then. Bye.